The Galactic Empire was on the move, and Earth was next on their list. Massive ships blotted out the sun, casting long shadows over cities below. People looked up in fear and awe as they saw the dark shapes hovering in the sky. The Empire's ships were sleek and powerful, a terrifying reminder that they were here to conquer. The people of Earth had heard stories about the Empire's ruthless nature, and now those stories felt all too real. In a secret military base hidden deep within the mountains, a group of scientists and soldiers were studying ancient texts and artifacts. Dr. Elena Ramirez, a brilliant archaeologist, pored over old maps and drawings that hinted at powerful defenses buried beneath the ground. She had long believed that Earth had hidden treasures from its past, but she had no idea how important they would soon become. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire sent a message to Earth, demanding their immediate surrender. The voice was cold and commanding, echoing through every communication device on the planet. "This is your only warning. Submit to the Galactic Empire, or face total annihilation." Panic swept through the governments and military leaders. Many felt hopeless. How could Earth stand against such a powerful enemy? But not everyone was ready to give up. Major Alex Carter, a determined officer with a strong sense of duty, gathered a team of the brightest minds in the base. "We have to do something," he said passionately. "We cannot let them take our home without a fight." His words sparked a fire in the hearts of those around him. They decided to follow Dr. Ramirez's research and see if they could awaken the ancient defenses. As the team began their work, tension filled the air. They dug deep into the earth, unearthing ancient machines that had lain silent for centuries. Some were giant robots, others were powerful cannons, all waiting for someone to call upon them. The machines were covered in vines and dirt, but when they brushed them away, a glimmer of technology shone through. The team worked tirelessly, using every ounce of knowledge they had. Days turned into nights, and just when hope began to fade, they made a breakthrough. With a hum and a pulse of energy, one of the colossal machines began to stir. The ground shook as the ancient Titan awoke, its metal body reflecting the light of the setting sun. The team gasped in awe and disbelief. This was just the beginning. They realized that if they could awaken these machines, Earth had a fighting chance. Meanwhile, the Empire grew impatient. Their ships hovered ominously above, waiting for the order to strike. As they prepared for their attack, they could not have known that Earth was preparing its own defenses. Reports from scouts indicated that something was happening underground, but the Empire dismissed them as rumors. They were confident that the battle would be quick and easy. As the final preparations were made, Major Carter addressed his team. "This is our moment. We have awakened the ancient defenses, and now we must show the Empire that we will not back down. We fight for our families, our homes, and our future." His words filled everyone with courage. They were no longer just scientists and soldiers. They were defenders of Earth. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with fiery colors. With their machines ready, the team felt a surge of hope. They understood the odds were against them, but the ancient technology brought a sense of strength. They were ready to face the Empire. As the first ships of the Galactic Empire descended toward the Earth, the atmosphere was thick with tension. The people below looked up, their hearts pounding. The fight for their planet was about to begin, and they knew they had something special on their side, ancient defenses that had been waiting for this very moment. The Empire might have thought they were invincible, but Earth was ready to surprise them. The ancient machines stood tall, waiting for the call to protect their home. This was not just a battle for survival, it was a fight for everything humanity held dear. As the sun rose over the horizon, a new day began, filled with anticipation and fear. Major Alex Carter and his team were deep underground in the military base, surrounded by ancient machinery. The air was thick with dust and excitement as they prepared to awaken the titans of Earth's past. Each member of the team felt the weight of history on their shoulders, knowing that they were about to unleash a power long forgotten. Dr. Elena Ramirez studied the ancient control panels, her fingers tracing the strange symbols. "These machines are not just weapons. They are part of our history," she said, her eyes shining with determination. "They were built to protect us, and now it's time to honor that purpose." The team worked quickly, following her lead as they deciphered the controls, hoping to bring the massive machines to life. Suddenly, the ground shook as they activated the first machine. The Titan, A colossal robot standing over 50 feet tall came to life with a loud roar. Its eyes glowed blue, and its joints moved with a surprising grace. The team stared in awe, their hearts racing. They had done it. They had awakened the first of many titans. "Look at that!" one soldier exclaimed, unable to hide his excitement. "It's amazing." The titan stood tall, its metal body gleaming in the light. It was a guardian from the past, ready to protect its home. Major Carter felt a surge of hope as he realized they now had powerful allies. With the first titan awakened, the team continued their work. They moved deeper into the underground facility, determined to awaken more machines. Each one they found was unique, built for different kinds of defense. Some were equipped with energy weapons, while others had enormous shields capable of blocking attacks. Each titan they activated added to their growing sense of power. Meanwhile, outside the base, the Galactic Empire prepared for their assault. The massive ships hovered ominously in the sky, ready to strike. The Empire's commanders were confident in their strength, underestimating Earth's resolve. They had not anticipated that humanity would fight back with such force. Back in the base, Major Carter and his team were starting to feel the pressure. They needed to move quickly. The Empire would soon attack, and they had to awaken enough titans to make a difference. "We have to hurry," Carter urged his team. "We need to be ready for the fight of our lives." As they worked, tension filled the air. The sound of machinery whirring and the hum of energy surrounded them. They activated more titans, each awakening with a thunderous roar. The ground trembled as the titans stood tall, their massive forms towering over the team. With each new machine, hope surged in their hearts. Suddenly, alarms began to blare throughout the base. "They're here!" someone shouted, panic rising. Major Carter rushed to the control room, eyes glued to the screens displaying the Empire's ships descending toward the Earth. "We need to move now," he commanded. The team quickly gathered their equipment and prepared for battle. "These machines will not only defend us, they will strike back," Dr. Ramirez declared, her excitement mixed with urgency. They had spent days awakening the Titans, and now it was time to put them to the test. As the first Empire ships touched down, they began firing lasers into the ground, determined to break through. But they had no idea what awaited them. The Titans, now fully awakened, moved with surprising speed and power. Major Carter and his team climbed aboard their Titans, ready to engage. The battle began. The Titans stepped forward, towering over the Empire's forces. They fired energy blasts that lit up the sky, shaking the ground with every shot. The soldiers of the Galactic Empire were caught off guard, their confidence quickly fading as they faced the might of the ancient machines. "Push them back!" Major Carter shouted, his voice filled with determination. The Titans roared as they engaged the enemy, fighting for their home. Humanity was not ready to give up, and the Titans were their shield. As the battle raged, hope filled the hearts of Earth's defenders. They had awakened the Titans, and now they were ready to show the Galactic Empire that they had made a grave mistake, underestimating Earth. The fight for their planet had begun, and they would do everything in their power to protect it. The Titans were here, and they were unstoppable. The battle raged on as the Titans of Earth clashed with the Galactic Empire's forces. Major Alex Carter commanded his Titan, a massive machine named Guardian 1. With each step, the ground shook beneath its weight. Energy blasts fired from its arms, striking the enemy ships above. The sky was filled with bright explosions, painting a chaotic picture of war. Inside Guardian 1, Major Carter felt a mix of fear and determination. He was not just fighting for himself, but for all of humanity. As he focused on the battle, he saw the Empire's soldiers scrambling to regroup. They were not prepared for the power of the ancient machines. The tides were turning, and Earth was starting to push back. Dr. Elena Ramirez operated her own Titan Defender nearby. She had learned to pilot it quickly, using her knowledge of the ancient technology. As she fired at enemy troops, she noticed the fear in their eyes. The Empire had underestimated Earth's resolve, and now they were paying the price. "Keep pushing forward!" she shouted into her communicator. "We can't let them regroup!" The soldiers around her nodded, fueled by her words. They could see that the Empire was faltering, and it encouraged them to fight harder. As the battle continued, Major Carter noticed that the Empire's ships were starting to pull back. They had expected an easy victory, but now they faced a fierce and determined enemy. The Titans moved like a wave, pushing through the enemy lines and forcing the Empire to retreat. The warriors of Earth felt their spirits lift. They could actually win this fight. However, the Empire's leaders were not ready to give up. They quickly called for reinforcements. More ships arrived, and the sky darkened with the number of enemy vessels. Major Carter and Dr. Ramirez knew they had to act fast. They had gained the upper hand, but it wouldn't last long if the Empire regrouped. "Let's focus our fire on the incoming ships," Major Carter commanded. "If we can take them out before they land, we can turn this battle in our favor." The team agreed, and the Titans aimed their weapons at the new threat. As the Empire's reinforcements descended, the Titans fired in unison. Energy blasts filled the sky, hitting the enemy ships with precision. One by one, the ships exploded in bright flames, showering debris across the battlefield. The soldiers on the ground cheered as they saw their enemy fall from the sky. The Empire's leaders were stunned. They had never seen such a fierce resistance. Their confidence began to waver as they realized that Earth was not just a small planet to conquer. It was a force to be reckoned with. Back on the ground, the human soldiers rallied around the Titans, drawing strength from their ancient allies. "We can win this!" one soldier shouted, raising his weapon high. The others cheered, their voices echoing through the chaos. The tide of the battle had shifted, and hope began to blossom in their hearts. Dr. Ramirez, filled with determination, radioed Major Carter. "We need to push forward and take the fight to them. We can't let them recover." Major Carter agreed. "Let's show them what we can do." With newfound energy, the Titans moved as one, charging toward the remaining enemy forces. The soldiers of the Galactic Empire were taken by surprise as the Titans advanced, their huge frames casting shadows over the battlefield. Earth's defenders felt powerful and united, fighting for their freedom and home. The Titans blasted away enemy positions, clearing a path for the human soldiers to follow. "Go, go, go!" Major Carter urged as they advanced. The fear and hesitation that once filled their hearts were replaced with courage. They knew they had a chance to win. As the battle unfolded, the Empire realized they had underestimated Earth. The tide had truly turned, and the warriors of Earth were determined to fight until the very end. The Galactic Empire may have been powerful, but they faced a united front of brave souls ready to defend their planet at any cost. With every step forward, Earth's soldiers felt their confidence grow. They were no longer just fighting for survival, they were fighting for a future. The Titans stood tall, their ancient power breathing new life into humanity's fight. The tide was turning, and the Empire would soon learn that Earth was not a place to conquer, but a planet to respect. The battle had only just begun. As the sun dipped low in the sky, casting long shadows across the battlefield, the air crackled with tension. The Galactic Empire was desperate, and their leaders ordered a full-scale attack to crush Earth's resistance once and for all. But Major Alex Carter and his team of defenders were ready. They had awakened the ancient Titans, and now they would fight with everything they had. In the heart of the military base, Major Carter gathered his team for one last briefing. The mood was serious, but hope flickered in their eyes. "This is it, everyone," he said, his voice steady. "We've pushed them back, but now they're coming for us with everything they've got. We must stand strong and fight for our planet. We will not let them win." Dr. Elena Ramirez stood next to him, her hands clenched into fists. "We know what we're fighting for," she added. "This is about our future, our families, and our home. We can't let the Empire destroy what we hold dear." The team nodded, their resolve hardening. They had come too far to back down now. As they prepared for the final showdown, the Titans stood tall, their metallic forms glistening in the fading light. Each machine had been carefully maintained and upgraded, ready to unleash their full power against the invading forces. The humans climbed aboard their Titans, feeling the energy and strength of the ancient machines coursing through them. Suddenly, alarms blared as the Empire's ships filled the sky, blocking out the sun. Massive warships, bristling with weapons, descended like dark clouds, ready to unleash destruction. The team felt a chill run down their spines, but they knew they had to stand their ground. "Get ready!" Major Carter shouted as the Titans powered up. The energy thrummed in the air, and the ground shook as the machines prepared for battle. "On my command, we charge!" With a roar, the Empire unleashed a barrage of laser fire. The sky lit up with flashes of light, and the sound of explosions echoed around them. But the Titans stood firm, their advanced shields absorbing the hits. "Now!" Major Carter yelled, and the Titans surged forward, crashing into the enemy lines. The battlefield erupted into chaos. The Titans charged, their enormous fists swinging, smashing through enemy troops and vehicles. Dr. Ramirez fired energy blasts from Defender, targeting the enemy ships hovering above. "We can't let them escape!" she cried, determination fueling her every move. As the battle raged on, Major Carter spotted a large flagship at the rear of the Empire's formation. He knew that if they could take it down, the Empire would lose their command, and chaos would ensue among their ranks. "Let's go for the flagship," he ordered. "Follow me!" The Titans pushed through the fray, their massive frames striking fear into the hearts of the Empire's soldiers. They moved as one, a powerful force of ancient technology and human spirit. As they drew closer to the flagship, the enemy intensified their fire, but the Titans continued to advance. With one last surge, Major Carter ordered Guardian 1 to launch a powerful energy blast at the flagship. The blast surged through the air, striking the ship with a deafening explosion. The flagship shook violently, smoke pouring from its hull. The Empire's forces were thrown into disarray as they watched their command ship falter. "Keep pressing forward!" Dr. Ramirez shouted. The Titans were unstoppable now, moving with a fierce determination. The Empire's troops began to panic, realizing that they were losing the battle. The tides had truly turned. The Earth's defenders fought with everything they had, and the Galactic Empire was no longer the confident conqueror they had been at the start of the battle. Their soldiers fled in fear as the Titans continued their relentless assault. As the dust settled, Major Carter looked around. His team had fought bravely, and the Titans had become symbols of hope and resilience. The Empire had underestimated humanity, thinking they could take Earth easily. But now they knew that this small planet was home to warriors willing to fight for their freedom. With a final blast, the flagship exploded in a brilliant flash, signaling the end of the Empire's command. The remaining ships began to retreat, leaving behind the wreckage of their once mighty forces. Cheers erupted among the defenders of Earth. They had fought hard, and now victory was within their grasp. Major Carter felt a wave of pride as he looked at his team. They had stood together, faced their fears, and shown the galaxy that Earth would not be defeated. The final showdown was over, and the people of Earth had emerged victorious. But even as they celebrated, they knew that they had to remain vigilant. The Galactic Empire might return, but for now, they had won, and their spirits soared with the promise of a new dawn. As dawn broke over the battlefield, the first light of a new day washed away the shadows of the night before. The war with the Galactic Empire was over, but the impact of their victory would last forever. Major Alex Carter stood on the ruins of what had once been the Empire's command center, taking a deep breath as he looked around at the remnants of the battle. His heart swelled with pride as he surveyed the scene. The Titans, ancient machines of power and strength, stood tall among the wreckage, their metal surfaces glinting in the morning sun. They had defended Earth with honor, and now they would be remembered as symbols of hope. The soldiers of Earth, tired but victorious, gathered around him, their faces beaming with joy. "We did it!" Dr. Elena Ramirez exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. "We fought back and won!" The others cheered, their spirits lifted by the thrill of victory. They had faced an overwhelming force and emerged triumphant, proving that they were stronger together. But as the celebrations began, Major Carter felt a weight on his shoulders. The fight was won, but what lay ahead? The Galactic Empire had been powerful, and there was no guarantee they wouldn't return. "We must stay vigilant," he said, raising his voice over the cheering crowd. "This victory is only the beginning." The soldiers fell silent, listening intently. "We have shown the galaxy that we will not be conquered, but we must prepare ourselves for the future. We need to strengthen our defenses and unite as one." A sense of seriousness filled the air. The battle was won, but the war for peace and safety was just beginning. Days turned into weeks as Earth's leaders convened to discuss the future. Major Carter and Dr. Ramirez played crucial roles in the planning. They shared their experiences from the battle, emphasizing the importance of teamwork and the power of the Titans. "These machines are part of our history, but they must also be part of our future," Major Carter said during one meeting. "We need to enhance them and ensure we can respond to any threat." Dr. Ramirez nodded in agreement. "We can create a new generation of Titans, equipped with advanced technology and designed for defense. We can also train more pilots to operate them. Our ancestors built these machines to protect us, and we must honor that legacy." The leaders listened, inspired by their vision. As the plans took shape, a sense of unity blossomed among the people of Earth. They began to understand that their strength lay not just in their advanced technology, but in their spirit. Different nations came together, sharing resources and knowledge. The dream of a united Earth was becoming a reality. Meanwhile, the stories of their victory spread across the galaxy. The Galactic Empire's defeat was a shocking blow to many other civilizations. News outlets broadcast images of the Titans and the brave humans who had stood against a seemingly unbeatable force. The galaxy began to see Earth not as a small, insignificant planet, but as a powerful defender. In the months that followed, Earth developed new alliances. They reached out to other planets, sharing their story and learning from their experiences. The galaxy began to change. Other civilizations, once hesitant to engage with humans, now sought partnerships. They recognized that Earth was no longer a target, but a potential ally. As Earth prepared for the future, Major Carter stood once more before the Titans. They had become symbols of hope and strength, representing a new era of humanity. The Titans were no longer just machines. They were a reminder of what Earth had accomplished together. One evening, as the sun set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Major Carter reflected on how far they had come. The battle had been fierce, but it had united humanity in ways he had never imagined. He turned to Dr. Ramirez, who stood beside him. "We have a long way to go, but I believe in our future," he said, filled with hope. "Yes," she replied, smiling. "Together we can face anything. The Galactic Empire may have underestimated us, but we will show them that we are ready for whatever comes next." With renewed determination, Major Carter and Dr. Ramirez looked toward the horizon, knowing that a new era had begun for Earth. The struggles they had faced only strengthened their resolve. As guardians of their planet, they were ready to protect it, united as one. The future was bright, and together, they would forge a path toward peace and strength, ensuring that Earth would never again be vulnerable.